I think that works pretty good. We got sort of a sky tone here. We've got the spray by using our sponge. It kind of let the water sort of get this texture, like the spray coming off the wave itself. And then we did a little bit down here towards the inside of the wave. Okay, we'll put some details in a little bit later, but I wanted to do, the next step would be, there's this rock. The reason what's happening is it's hitting a rock formation here, just like this one. So we're gonna put in this color rock. But see how the water, this is really interesting. Again, part of doing landscape work or doing watercolors or painting, drawing, anything is being observant. You notice how there's white in between these impressions of the rocks, okay? And that's because that's the water trickling down through the rocks. And again, we're leaving that white. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this rock formation, some brown in here. Maybe a little bit like that color there, okay? So let's see how this, I'm gonna go ahead and use my brush for this. Maybe just a little bit of some dark in here someplace. Again, I put a little dark in there just to light and dark images, a little bit of red. And then I think what I'm going to do, maybe get this to kind of a little bit out like that, just sort of a ghost image of the rocks. A little more in here. A couple dots in there. We're also noticing, kind of interesting, you got this texture and then a little bit of some texture here, some dots. Well, that's what the remember our toothbrush? Use a little bit of toothbrush in there. And we can put a little bit of that in there. There we go. There, just a little bit of texture, little dots in there. Kind of fun. Let that dry. And let's see, so that's our rock formation. And I think we'll go back to a little bit of the blue. And we'll notice how the wave, so the water comes over the top like this and creates a sort of a shadow. So that leading edge can actually be really dark. up inside there like that. So just a little line as the wave comes over the edge. Just a couple of lines in here, just a little bit at the edge. So we have this nice sort of some swoops like this in here, like this line work like this, that sort of shows that these are all, the water is going away from it this way. Just a little more blue over here. That works. So that gives sort of the bottom of, well, at least the water part of it. Quite a bit of this. There's actually quite a bit of some reflection. A little bit of this rust color. Just a little bit with a lot of water. Just a little bit in here. Sort of reminiscent of that reflection there. See that? Just a little bit. Okay. And then a little bit, some nice, a little bit of some, let's see here. If we look at it this way, so that's our wave coming up, you know, the wave's coming over the top of the rocks here. We can put a little splashes of color. It's interesting that if we can go back to this, we can put a little bit of that texture through here with the blue, I think. A little bit of this in here like this. And you're dabbing. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work. There we go. So we got this nice bright white coming through right through here. See that? And then that's the rocks. And just to make sure we keep the water, again, get back some clean water. And let's see, here we go. Just make sure we got some water coming through here. Make sure it's nice and white. Maybe grab some of this and take that white out. There we go. And let's see, we got this really kind of nice brown spots in there, which is kind of fun. Again, we can get that with our... There we go, pick that up. Okay, we get this. This is kind of working for us. And then I'm going to turn upside down. We got some rocks sort of in the light brown. But we've got, back up in here, we got these, it's like a little bit of outcropping of rocks here on the other side of the waves. We just put this in here like this. So we make sure we stop where the waves are. A little bit like this. Dab it in. So that might be a structure here, little, so this really nice light use of maybe something in the background there. As these waves are hitting this, this is coming out pretty good. A little bit of some purple here. Just in here, just a little bit. There we go. Again, I take a little bit of my, a little bit of that in here. There we go. See that? So I kind of run that down like that, so it's all kind of rough and foamy. There, that looks good. Let's see. So we want to have sort of the dark go towards that side. So we're going to lift it up just a little bit. Take some of this and just so it gets dark towards the light area, like that. See that? Kind of hold the palette, kind of hold your palette down like that, so it goes light, it goes dark. So the pigment of the paint is kind of up against that white. And we've got this, and I'm going to take a little bit of blue. A little more blue in here, I think. The light blue. Okay, make sure we get some clean water. There we go. There, see, by letting that water run down just to where it's dry through there, then you've got this idea that at the edge of the Oh, basically where the water, the spray is coming, the other side gets darker, so it gives it a nice it actually pulls this towards your eyes. So you have this light, bright light here, and then the harsh contrast here, which gives it a three-dimensional effect. And I think, let's see how this looks. I'm gonna put something underneath the back of it. There, and I think I'm gonna let that dry. And then we'll go back. I think that might be a little more brown in here. A little darker. Let the rocks come through just a little bit. A little darker rocks here. And you see I have this part elevated. So I want all the pigment to kind of roll down towards the bottom of the rock, like that. See that? Gives it a nice gradation. I think that, there we go. I think we'll just leave that. And again, here's that curve. There's this, the wave is kind of coming this way. And then we got this, so this yellow and green. Nice effect through here. There we go. Make that a little stronger. And what's neat in this impression of all these little dots and this neat sort of texture in here, we put a little bit more of that to just show emotion, or the emotion, but the movement of the. Grab a little bit of this color, and we're just going to splatter with our toothbrush like this. There we go. Almost like an explosion a little bit. Maybe a little bit of blue. Just a little bit of this blue color. Again, I'm mixing the paint now with my toothbrush. See that? And put a little bit of blue down through here. Oh, a little too much. Go ahead and pick that up. Don't need that much blue. Check out some of the details. Unfortunately, I got a little too wet, but that's okay. It'll be a fun, happy accident. See how that works out? We'll go back in later with some dark stuff. It's kind of like the old too much water now. So there, we'll let that go. We'll see how that dries.